My name is Mike Montgomery, and today we're going to build a very mid-century modern bed on Modern Builds. For this project, you're only going to need one sheet of plywood, and you're going to start by ripping 3 9-inch pieces all the way down it. Out of those 3 pieces, you're going to cross-cut one of them at 61 inches. This will be the footboard, and then you'll cut the other 2 at 81 inches. These will be the sides. This will give a 1-inch gap all the way around the bed because a queen mattress is 80 inches by 60 inches. After squaring everything up, I needed to cut all of my trim pieces, and I'm using 1x2 and 1x4 select pine. And basically all this is just nicer boards than what you would get out of construction pine. It'll be a straighter grain and usually a straighter board in general. Each of the side panels have a really simple trim construction. You have a top and bottom plate, and then one on the side, which has 45 miters. The footboard is even simpler than that. All you have is a top and bottom trim, and they are cut flush to the plywood. And now all we need to do is cross-cut our headboard to about 68 inches. And this is really cool because you won't have to rip it, you're just using the excess plywood from earlier. And on the headboard, you're going to trim the top and the 2 sides. You don't need to touch the bottom because no one's going to see it. From there, I use the table saw to square off some 2x4s. These 2x4s are going to provide a ledge for the 1x4s that are going to support the mattress to sit on. Not only that, they're also just going to provide a lot of strength and something to tie into for the plywood. Now that I had everything test fit and assembled, I could measure and cut my stretchers that are going to be used for the legs. And here I'm just measuring how far I want the legs to be inset, and then cutting my legs to length, about 12 inches. So when I started this, I inset my legs 12 inches on center from the edge of the 2x4. After I had assembled everything, it was a little too far in, and I backed them out to about 8 inches. This provided a lot wider base for the legs to be sitting, and it made it a lot more stable. And to help tie everything in even more, I put one 2x4 stretcher down the center of the bed, and I don't have a pocket hole jig, otherwise I would have used one. This is a little messy. So at this point, I really didn't want to mess up whenever I took everything apart and put it back together, so I labeled every corner and pretty much every piece to make sure I didn't lose track. And finally, once everything was taken apart, it was time to finish it. First, I put on a coat of wood conditioner. All this does is help the stain penetrate the wood evenly, especially if you have a soft wood. And then I put on a coat of dark walnut Minwax stain. And once that was on, I put on 3 coats of wipe-on clear satin polyurethane. And finally, I could put the whole bed together. And for anybody wondering, on each corner I put 2 metal angle brackets to help hold everything together even a little bit more. You can see them right here. I also underestimated how many slats I was going to need, so I'm going to cut more later and I'll attach them then. So that's really all there is to it. Now this was a ton of fun and it came out really, really nice. I am so happy with the way this came out. If you're gonna build your own, make sure you go check out my written article. It'll give you a little more info as well as everything in the video that you'll need. Also, if you liked this video, just hit that thumbs up. That lets me know if you like this video, if you like this project, and want to see more things like it. If you've got any questions, you can leave those below. And if you want to see what I'm working on throughout the week, follow me on Instagram. That is my social media of choice. Thanks a lot, guys, and we'll see you next week on Modern Builds.